make of that, Leon?
Stressful. It was a good game of rugby. I thought it was well contested, and I thought the Highlanders, really brought what you'd expect from a Highlanders outfit. They were really gritty and tough, and did everything but really. So we'll take the win. Highlights just how tough this competition is, and the ebbs and flows of quality teams, they can just make you pay. So at one point you're trying to dive over the try line, the next one you're defending them all about 20 seconds later on your own line. So it's good for the crowd, but not good for your heart rate.
Clinical in that first half, the technical kicking, the tries seemed to come out of the shed. Maybe still on the sheds.
Oh look, I thought we were really clinical. I thought we executed the game plan perfectly, and then I thought in the second half, under a bit of stress, we tried to come with the solutions individually. So a lot of guys were trying to do it on their own, and something we've been really good at is working as a team and sticking together and sticking to the game plan, and we didn't do that as well as what we would have liked.
And saying that, how impressed were you with your team's ability to step up in the big moments? First of all, bouncing back with a try after going behind, and then that last play at the end.
Yeah. Look, I thought the pack in particular defended their maul, which is a real strength of theirs. So they've got a great maul and did a great job there. And then to score a try with the maul and put a lot of pressure on them at that part of the game was brilliant. I thought, Hoskins got his hands on the ball at the end there, and there were little moments, we nearly lost it down the other end, like I said. But the game's won and lost in little moments, and if you're fighting and scrapping and like we did, luckily we come on the right end of the ledger, but only just.
Hoskins seems to be getting better with every match. We saw it kick from tonight at 2-0, got a full array of skills that he's showing.
Yeah, well, I joked with Hoskins at training because we ran an exit play and passed it to a back, and he kicked it about 15 metres, and I said, you're probably better off to kick it yourself, Hoss. And I was joking at him, and then he ran out there and kicked it 60 or 70 metres. So that's the sort of player he is. He's seriously gifted, and I've got to be careful what I joke about with him moving forward.
Feel a little bit like one that got away. You had a few chances at the end.
I think it was a pretty even battle, to be fair, and the Blues were good enough to come away with the win. I thought we did lots of things well, and I think they just did it better when it really mattered. And a couple of telling points for us were a couple of soft moments in the first half, letting a couple of soft tries in. And in the second half, I thought they controlled the territory really well. Like there's one stage over a 15-minute period, 9% territory. We got stuck down there, and you've got to give them credit. They executed their game plan. I thought Bowden Barrett and Aotearoa Black did a good job there, and we found it hard to get out. They didn't quite execute a couple of our exits, and that led to their try as well, and that was a pretty critical shift with a man in the bin. So I'm still proud of our guys. I think if you go back 4 or 5 months ago, I'm not sure if we had the ability to stay in the fight. So I'm really proud, really proud of our guys' ability to dig in and work for each other, and as a coach, that's all you really want. And proud but disappointed as well.
You do seem like a different team from lockdown to after lockdown. The one over the Chiefs again, you hung in. What's changed?
Capacity, yep. So being able to work for longer periods at that intensity. Look, I thought we were slightly off in that first 40 minutes around that part of our game, so that's something we need to address. But some good messages at half time, not just from the coaching group, but from the boys as well. So good leadership. And I thought we responded really well in that second half and got the momentum in the game. So really the learning from there is to put the foot on the throat and drive it home.
What was said at half time, both from yourself and players?
It was just around our intensity to set up. So when we were set, I thought we were really good with our collisions, and when we were a little bit slow, you give the Blues boys too much room and they can put you under pressure. So they took their chances and did that. And that was really it. And probably the last bit on top of that was just our one-on-one. So, we made our one-on-ones, we looked good, we were able to get our lines set and put them under pressure, and when we didn't, they got them behind us, and they're a hard team to stop. So that was ultimately the difference in that first half.
What did you make of the decision at the end to go for the corners to possibly go for points?
Yeah, I thought it was a great decision. Yeah, I want to back ourselves to come up here and win. So Yeah, we just left that one of the players. Often we'll send a message out there or get a physio or a coach on there just to give the boys a bit of a nudge. But in that moment, want the boys to back themselves, and I thought it was the right decision. We just didn't nail our detail. And if we get a little bit lower in that maul and potentially look at how their number 8 come on the side, then it could have been a different story.
Have you had a word to the official with that?
Not yet. Yeah. I'll have to have a good look myself, to be fair, to make sure we're on the same page.
Caleb Clark, I think he lost his grandfather. It was pretty emotional, and then to put in a performance like that.
Yeah, what an effort. It's been a big day for him, obviously, and his family, and it's been tough. And I think he, really wanted to go out there and put a performance for his grandfather and make him proud. And I thought he was brilliant tonight. He'll be emotionally drained. So what a mighty effort from him, and we're all thinking, for their family, their loss.
Has the bye come at a good time?
Yeah, I think it has. Lockdown and the pre-season, and then 3 big games like that, and obviously the Crusaders next. So it'll allow us to regroup. We were a bit beaten and battered leading into this game, and probably didn't quite have the zip that we had in the previous couple of weeks. So I think it is a good time for the bye, and gives us a chance to have a decent look at the Crusaders and start again, really.
A bit of props. Alex Hodgman, getting big shifts out of him, offer as well. Probably unsung heroes of.
Yeah, look, they are. I think they deserve a lot of credit. I think obviously the line-out's been working really well. So Paddy and Josh in the middle as well. But this competition, when you're playing New Zealand teams, your type 5's got to function. We know that, otherwise you don't get enough ball to do the job you need to. And I thought both packs just went at it tonight. It was a big game for both packs, and Offa and Alex have been mighty.
That game against the Crusaders, I know it's a couple of weeks down the line, but a bit of a litmus test. I guess also, from the outside looking in, it's the 2 best teams in the comp. People get pretty excited for.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. Probably conditions like we had here tonight, probably a greasy ball, and there's going to be a great battle up front. So I'm excited about it. A couple of deep breaths tonight. I think there's a few sore bodies, but going to Christchurch is a great challenge. They haven't lost here for a long time, so it doesn't take much motivation to get excited about it.
3 weeks in, is this competition delivering what you expected in terms of intensity, physicality on both sides?
Yeah, look, from what we're seeing, if you don't get the detail right, little things like your ball carry height or your tackle technique, you just get exposed so quickly. So, I think you'd hope the All Black selectors are watching happily, because they're watching teams have to play smart in the weather conditions, manage games well, and it's a level, to me, it's nearly a level above what we experienced at Super Rugby, because the week to week, there's just no soft games. There's no chance to take a breath, so the guys are having to front, and some guys I think today probably got found out a little bit around their prep. They might not quite have been at the level that they would like to be.